Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Find Love or Die Trying. My name's Mo and we're on a quest to find love or die trying. Spoiler alert, if you haven't been watching the previous episodes, this is not the episode to pick up on. You should go catch up on what you've missed. Because we had a big plot twist last episode, so you should at least go catch up on that. Alright. Are all the new people gone that for some reason skipped to this episode? Great, let's continue. We've already found love, but the ratings of the show apparently weren't good enough. And it was all taken away from us, and now we're being forced to go on dates with the 3 girls that we didn't get to date last time, and our memories are completely wiped once again. I don't know where we go from here. I'm just along for the ride. We're gonna date these 3 girls, learn new things along the way, maybe, and then what happens after that, I don't know. I can only imagine our ratings aren't gonna be any better, or maybe they will be, or maybe it won't matter, and then maybe we'll have like a 3rd run with everybody, or I don't know. How this story unfolds from here, I do not know. How I let Allie talk me into this, I'll never know. We're dating Allie today. For our date number 1 is Allie. You sure this is a good idea? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? I do realize that I've given the southern country bumpkin accent that I have. I'm not good at accents, but I do realize I've given that accent to Allie, whereas like Yui would have probably been better off with that accent. But oh well, here we are. I've committed my voice. What voices I have and my ability to do them are committed. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Allie grabs my hand and pulls me towards the slope of the hill. Relax, Mo man, what's the worst that could happen? What are we doing, running down the hill, rolling down the hill? Well, I could die. Would it be too much to ask to be on a TV show that didn't end up with me dead? Don't worry, I've got you. I hope you do, in your big strong arms, Allie. I feel like I could throw you over my hip. Like, as athletic as I think you're supposed to be, you're still like, I don't know, maybe she is a muscle mommy underneath that sweatshirt. I don't know. I just feel like if we're rolling down the hill, what I'm saying is I don't think you could stop me from rolling to my death. I think I outweigh you, is what I'm saying, is that I'm not comforted by the don't worry, I've got you. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, shoot. Allie slipped on her rollerblade. Rollerblades, no! No, wait, don't do this to me. I can't rollerblade. I've been rollerblading once in my life and I'll never do it again. My shins and knees haven't forgiven me since that day. Pulling me down the hill with her. No, 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 no. I tried to step back on reflex, but it was all I could do to stand up with the rollerblades. Oh, fuck. We started rolling down the hill faster and faster and faster. Allie was rolling down the hill backwards at full speed. I could see the panic in her eyes. I couldn't figure out how to stop. We were going faster and faster. I screamed, ah! Allie laughed and pointed at me. Gosh, your face is priceless. I love it. It would be that bad. It would be a nightmare. Allie turns around effortlessly and somehow glides next to me without ever having to let go of my hand. Our breakneck pace becomes slower and slower as she steers us back and forth repeatedly. Before I knew it, we were gliding down the road smoothly. The wind felt so nice. Now you've got the hang of it. I know, there's no universe where I get the hang of it in one day. I have tried. I cannot. You've got a funny way of teaching, Allie. The best way to teach a bird to fly is throwing it off a cliff, no? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. That's definitely a way of looking at it, Allie. Don't worry about it. You weren't even in danger. Have you been rollerblading for a long time? Nope. I actually just learned how to today. That does seem about right. Allie feels like the kind to just throw herself into things, if I had to judge based on what limited experience we have with her. Because she seems very active, you know, if it's so long as it's moving her body, I feel like she would throw herself into it. A bit of a thrill seeker, perhaps. What was that about never being in danger? Shush. You're quite the daredevil, aren't you? What gave that away? She laughs as she slaps me on the back. You know, you're a pretty quick learner yourself. You picked up rollerblading almost as fast as I did. Well, I've got a pretty great teacher. Ow. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you, Allie. Shucks, I feel the same way, Mo Man. It's great to be around someone willing to go on an adventure. The world's gone crazy. We're all gonna die. You might as well be around people that make life worth living. You know what? That's fair. That's the truthiest truth you've spoken so far. The world's burning to the ground. You might as well be with a fellow arson, right? Arsonist? You might as well be the one with the match with your best friends, right? I could say it better myself. You know, I'll bet you can't skate backwards. I can't. You're right. That's a winning bet, Allie. That is a winning bet. Allie reverses and starts skating backwards as if to taunt me. I'm well taunted. Oh, why's that? I just think it's a bit too scary for a person who screams when they start going down a little bump. Don't mock me, Allie, but you're right. I'm Mo Man, I can't handle a little bump. Oh, help me. Come on, it was a hill. Yeah. I felt a fire light inside me. All right. Bring it on, Allie. Oh, are you sure? Did I stutter? There comes a time in every person's life where we know we're taking a stupid bet, but do it anyway. With the power of misplaced confidence and adrenaline, I jumped high into the air and do a flip. Can I actually die on a date? This is the question. This is the question. Can I perish on a date? If we're gonna impress Allie, the backflip would do it. But there's about 100% chance this just ends badly for me, right? The 360, if it were me in real life, the 360 rotation would be scary enough. Standing on rollerblades is scary enough, but the 360 would be scary. A backflip you would not catch me dead doing on rollerblades. You would not. So let's do it. And did a backflip! We're masters of our own fate in this dimension. Wait, am I doing a flip or is the world flipping? Oh, I'm not sure. Then it dawns on me. Oh, fuck! Am I dead? Can you die on a date? Am I dead? No, I won't let you kill Mo Man. What? You're going to wish we had. Did I do the backflip, fail, break my neck, and I'm in a surgery room right now being repaired? What just? I think that date probably went very poorly. What the heck? You're up. You okay, Mo Man? I think that's what happened. I think we killed ourselves on the date on accident. And I think the showrunners, the people running the show, Damien and his squad or whatever, just had to resuscitate me. I think they had to build me back. Now we know that's a thing though. I don't think they're actually willing to let me die. If they can just keep rebuilding me and hitting me with amnesia over and over again, I don't think they'll actually let me die. I know it's find love or die trying, but I'm starting to think I might be unkillable. You're up. Are you okay, Mo Man? Try not to move. You're a little banged up right now, but you'll be fine in no time. And Cat and I treated your injuries pretty well, if I do say so myself. You and Cat treated my injuries? You and Cat treated my injuries. Was that the voices I was hearing in my head? Like, I won't let you kill Mo Man? I thought I was in a hospital or a surgery room or something. Cat might have been the one keeping me alive. What if Cat turns out to be some sort of like crazy cyborg or robot or something? I don't know. Like, I don't know why, like, there's something about her that's like just unnatural to, well, Considering, like, yeah, she's the one thing that seems to, like, carry over from reset to reset, right? The 5 girls seem to not know anything. I have amnesia, but then there's Kat. You know what I mean? What happened? You, well, skated backwards. We're defining skating quite liberally, huh? How'd I get here? I carried you here. Oh man, my head. Take it easy, it's only been a few hours since you KO'd yourself. Well, it's sort of my fault, but I made you some food. It should help you get your strength back up quick. Thanks, Allie, that's really nice of you. Don't expect something that Violet would make. All I can promise is that the food is probably healthier than my last suggestion before you knocked yourself out. I'll take my chances. I take a bite of the food cautiously. I'm dying. For a moment, Allie was wide-eyed with shock and horror. I'm just messing with you. The food's delicious. Thanks, Allie. I just figured I'd get a little bit of payback. Look at her pure face of horror. Especially if, this is what I'm talking about, especially if any of the girls of the 5, or all of them, are in on it. And this is a show. They're doing this for ratings. Like, their lives could be on the line here. Especially if keeping me alive is actually important. She could be horrified for actual, like, you know, out of actual concern, or it could be something else. I don't know. You know, no one forced you to jump. She laughs and slaps me on the shoulder, then runs her hand through my hair and scratches it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know, you've stun-locked me. I don't know how to react to that. I find myself smiling and admiring the blue of her eyes, or I would be if she wasn't closing them in glee as she scritches my head like a cat. I'm looking forward to our next adventure, Mo Man. But promise to not be too stupid again, okay? I'll try my best, but people can't help but do stupid things to impress a pretty girl. I guess impressed is what we'll call it. Yeah, I know. Are you impressed? Besides worried for my health, are you impressed, Allie? On a scale of 1 to 10, how sexy do you think I am now? How am I doing in your estimations? We spent the rest of the day making fun of each other for how stupid we were being. Somehow, some way, Allie could take the ordinary and turn it into an adventure. Okay. The ordinary? Rollerblading down a cliff was ordinary? Okay, whatever, sure. I was laughing so hard that I could barely feel any pain. Probably also because I'm shot up with drugs that Kat probably gave me, if I had to guess. Before I knew it, it was nighttime. That was wild. I can't believe we've done that. I stumbled back to my room and plop onto my bed. I don't think we ever left my room. Game, I don't think we ever left my room. I think I'm bandaged up. Oh, knock, knock, knock. Who'd be coming at this hour? I shuffle over in a haze. Oh, this feels very familiar. I mean, we know it's gonna be Kat, but this is like literally dialogue we've seen before. Hey there, Mo Man. Sorry to bother you this late. It's all right. What's up, Kat? What do you mean, what's up? She's probably checking in on us to make sure we're not dead. Don't mind me, just gonna make myself real comfortable. You keep doing this, Kat. Kat walks by me and comfortably sits herself on my bed. Splayed out like a cat. You know what I mean? Like doing one of those like cat stretches and then like kind of curls up into like a little loaf. I really gotta get one of these beds for myself already. I close the door, then sit facing her on the opposite side of the bed. So what brings you here tonight? Can't stop thinking about me? You wish. Unfortunately, it's my job to help you survive until the end of the show. And that means checking in with you every night to see how you're doing and making sure you're doing the best on ratings. Doing your best on ratings. That's nice of you. Thanks, Kat. Well, to be honest, I don't have a choice. Finding a new person to take your place would be a recruiting nightmare. Yeah, she says that now. Until I'm like, oh, I'm gonna leave. And she's like, oh, I've got an army of people to replace you. Back to what I'm here for. Your date today with Allie was a ratings knockout. I hope so. I literally broke my back for it. You and Allie were the fan favorite pair. I gotta say, she knows how to make exciting TV. She knows how to make exciting TV? I'm the one that broke my back. She's got potential for her own show now that I think about it. Oh, don't do that to her. Oh, don't do that to her. She'll be stuck in a loop of her own forever. You were saying? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. The whole world knows now that Allie is your first soulmate candidate, and they're hungry for more content. That said, we need a little more drama in the mix now. Tomorrow, I want you to find who your second soulmate candidate is and ask them out on a date instead. I want you to find who your second soulmate and ask them on a date instead. Oh, like instead of going with like the same person? Oh, well, we did that before. I'd rather go on a second date with Allie. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna play along like we did the first run. All right, sounds good to me. I would have expected more resistance, but I guess you understand your situation. Yeah, she's a little bit less surprised. I feel like last time she was a little bit surprised. This time I think she kind of is just going with it. Without those ratings getting higher and higher every day, they'll axe the show and your life with it. I guess that makes sense in some warped way. I'm impressed at how well you took that. See, this is the level of surprise she had when we first didn't push back on the whole on dating a different person in the first run. So I'm just thinking that every time our new iteration does something different, she's surprised. Because last time we were like, what do you mean if they axe the show, I'm gonna die? What do you mean? What blah 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 blah. But this time we're just like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. She's surprised. So we are in between runs, like evolving a little bit in some kind of way, and that's what's surprising her because we don't seem to remember it, but we are acting different. Maybe, I don't know. I'd almost think it wasn't your first time on a life or death killing dating show. She did say that to us in our first run. I forget when. But now it means so much more. Now it means so much more. Well, that's pretty much what I needed to tell you. It's getting late, and we've both got big days tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Mo man. Good. Ooh. Good. She was gone before I had a chance to finish. Why? Guess it's time to call a night. Good night, Kit Kat. All right. ... The sound of waves. Hey. I can hear her call out to me within a dream. It's you. I love you, Mo man. It could be Yui. Yui so far has professed love to us. So far, that has happened. I always will. Again, that feels very Yui coded, actually. And I'll always love you too. My mouth moves on its own. Even if there's so many other women on this show? They could never be you. I hold her tight and kiss her. You promise? I promise. This must be the promise that we had that dream about, like maybe breaking a promise or something. I don't know. Promises are unbreakable, you know. That's what you told me. I meant every word I said. She smiles at me. You better have. Your face is becoming clearer to me with every day that goes by. I think it's supposed to be Yui. I know you're here with me, but which one are you? So far, it feels very Yui coded. There's a chance it could be someone else, but I wonder how much my choices do actually matter in determining the soulmate, or if the soulmate is already like a part of the plot. I don't know. I didn't look this stuff up, ahead of time or whatever. I just kind of I'm flying blind. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Oh my gosh, I heard what happened yesterday. Are you okay? No worries, I'm good. Thanks, Yui. I'm so relieved. Should you... I'm forgetting how to do the voices. Should you not be resting after yesterday? Nah, no need. I've only got a few scrapes and bruises. I'm surprised the both of you aren't dead after what you pulled. Believe me too. Wait, what? I mean, no worries, Scarlett. I've been rollerblading for longer than most people ever have. I mean, if you think that most people have never rollerbladed, because you literally picked it up in one day, so sure. Technically, that's probably true, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, technically, I guess, but You should teach us how to rollerblade, Allie. It seems like it'd be fun. You sure, Tara? I feel like that might not be a good idea. What's the worst that could happen? You break your back doing a backflip? I like your attitude, girl. Come on, let's hit the road. Allie grabs Tara's hand and pulls her away. Sometime later. Hey, Tara, how was skating? There's no words. It's tough, right? What was that punch effect? I think Allie broke Tara. Scarlet waves her hands frantically in front of Tara's face as if to check if anyone was still in there. Did Tara just collapse? I think she did. Tara, you in there? Hey, Tara, the internet's back. Oh, even if that's not working, I guess nobody's home. Is there a medic on the island? Apparently only Cat, I guess. ... Luckily, Tara was fine. She's fine. After that was resolved, we spent the rest of the morning playing video games as therapy for Tara. She still doesn't remember a thing about what happened. What did you see, Tara? I guess we'll never know. It's so mysterious. I assume it was just hard work, rollerblading with Allie, keeping up with her energy. Because I get the sense that Tara doesn't she told us she doesn't get out much. So I get the sense she doesn't work out much. So I assume she's tired. There you are, Mo Man. I've been looking for you. It's time to decide who's your second soulmate candidate. Cat moves in closer to whisper. Not like you really have a choice, though. So without further ado, Mo Man, who's the unlucky girl? I'm going Scarlet on this one. Scarlet. All right, we'll make it happen. Let's have Mo Man start in the mansion. And oh, I know where to bring Scarlet. Give us a minute to set up the scene, then go find her. I'm on the case. We're gonna go find Scarlet, wherever she's gonna be. What's the music? And we're in my bedroom? It didn't take long to find Scarlet. She found me first. She had just burst through my door and was trying to catch her breath as she slams it shut behind her. That's interesting. Oh man, thank God you're okay. Oh my God. I'm fine so far. Is this about the rollerblading or something else? What's going on, Scarlet? What's up, dog? Long story short, I experimented with some of the local fauna on the island earlier. There's really nothing like it. It's really incredible. And I messed up my intro with you earlier and... Whoa, slow down. What are you talking about? I made a new chemical compound that causes amnesia. It's amazing. Yeah? It is possible that Scarlet is the scientist that was working with Damien, but maybe Scarlet's been hit with her own amnesia, and maybe she also is in the same boat as everyone. I thought she might be on the inside, but she might not be anymore. Very interesting if she keeps rediscovering this chemical compound, though. Wow, that's not something you hear every day. The cool thing is, applying just the right amount to a person can make them forget specific things. Who they are, how to write, anything. The bad thing is, something slams into the door outside. I almost jumped from the surprise. What? Gimme brains and bananas! Applying too much turns people to rabid monkey zombies, heck bent on eating human brains! Is that why Tara was actually having a nightmare about zombies in our past life? When Tara was sleeping on the couch and we're like, oh, maybe I should leave. She wakes up having a nightmare about zombies. I'm just saying, that might be related. And bananas. Dear God, not the bananas! The door slams again. It sounds like it was about to be knocked down. We need to get out of here and fast. 4 busts through the door and blocks our only exit. Not our only exit. There's a window. I'm gonna do a 360 backflip out of the window. Let's go. Whoosh. Give me brains and bananas. I'll get him out of the way. It'll give you time to run. I've got a better idea. Scarlet blasts forward with a white powder, covering his face entirely. He flails wildly for a few seconds and falls to the ground unconscious. What was that? I'm not worried about if he's gonna be okay. That's honestly not my problem. What was that? Let's just say Forrest's seeing all the bananas he wants now, and we'll leave it at that. Follow me. Is it a drug? A hallucinogenic drug? We ran outside of the mansion as fast as we could. What about all the other girls? Are they safe in there, or are we in trouble? How did this even happen? Oh, I was afraid you'd ask that. I heard from Tara that you lost your memories, and I wanted to see if I could help you get them back. You heard from Tara that I lost my memory? I don't think we've talked to Tara. Or maybe in the intros that we glossed over because this is our run number 2. Maybe we mentioned it in that, I'm not sure. So I may have experimented on the Brothers 5 to see if I could erase their memories and bring them back. I must have done the numbers wrong. I added way too much. I didn't realize their brains were so empty in the first place. They might not be real people. They might be experiments. They might be vegetables turned into people. I don't know, man. In a weird way, that's really sweet of you, Scarlet. I guess. Thanks. Crazy, but still, thanks. I'll fix this, I swear. I just need time to make an antidote. Luckily, I left my tools and supplies pretty near here. We could stay there till we've got the antidote. All right. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. If you can remove my amnesia, there's no way the show producer, Kat, is gonna let that happen. Wait, where are the other girls? Do you think they're still inside? That's what I was saying. They're actually trapped inside the library right now. Oh, nuts. We've got to go back and save them. I don't know how to say this, but are they infected too? Are they infected too, Scarlet? Is it just us on this island right now? I accidentally turned them into zombies too. That's why Tara was dreaming about zombies. This is it. But they were a little bit much, so I locked them in the library. Huh? We're doomed, aren't we? Scarlet and I passed the time talking about the craziness that was going on and coming up with a plan to save everybody. She seems to be quite frazzled, despite seeming so put together, but I could tell she really did care about the infected. Not enough to prevent this from happening in the first place, but enough. I watch her build a machine that she insists can turn them back to normal, but looking at it, I can't help but be a little skeptical. All right, it's showtime. In the evening, let's go. You really think this will work? You bet, I made it after all. Looks like the coast is clear here. We walked to the outside of the library undetected, but we definitely weren't alone in here. All right, it's time to save our friends. Imagine they're all normal. Brains! They're coming right at us! Nothing to worry about. What is the machine? Do we have to beat them with it? Like a giant weapon, or? It's a Gatling gun! This is payback for you guys acing at your introductions! Uh-huh, Scarlet. I think you might have won my heart just now, Scarlet. This is unhinged. I'm sorry, what? Oh, nothing. She's still nervous about her. Yeah, she did kind of bomb her introduction, though. Let's be honest. You sure that's gonna cure them? It's gonna cure or kill them. Of course. What does it look like I'm doing? Murdering them brutally. That's what it looks like. Something told me Scarlet was enjoying this a little too much. I'm into it. This is hilarious. Oh, what the heck? I take my eyes off the oh, this cat. What the heck? I take my eyes off the cameras for 1 second and there's zombies in the house. Cat, it's been more than 1 second. I gotta be honest with you. Not for much longer, I promise. We spend the rest of the day administering the antidote to each person. Each of them knocked out as soon as we deliver the cure. Not quite the first date you expected, huh? It truly wasn't, and definitely makes up for your poor introduction. All right, I gotta admit, I think between this and breaking my back with Allie, this was better for me, as an overall experience. You can say that again. It was definitely a first, though. Kat told me that to make a date exciting, I had to get your heart racing. I mean, a zombie apocalypse and a Gatling gun will do that. I think I did a pretty good job at that. I guess that's technically true, but aren't there easier ways? Something tells me this woman is full of more surprises. I think that's true. I really like Allie, I do, but Scarlett's definitely got some secrets up her sleeve, and I'd like to know. She's not really wearing sleeves, but she's got a secret up her sleeves that I would like to know more about. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. See, it's gonna be Kat. Hey there, Mo Man, got a minute? Let me just make sure Allie or Scarlett see me come in here. Fan some flames. See, I still don't think that the girls are getting, like, jealous over the producer talking to the suitor. I don't think that this is accomplishing what you think it is, Kat, but whatever you need to believe. Sorry, what? Kat looks around, smiles, and goes into my room. I follow suit. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we've gotten enough ratings to avoid an early canning. People loved it when you and Allie were the main ship, but loved it even more after Scarlett kicked off the competition. I'm glad to hear I get to live another day, is more what I'm concerned with. For now, at least, but that can change on a dime, so keep it up. It really can change on a dime. We've seen it happen, and I'm sure it will happen again. Between those two, do you have a favorite? It's hard to pick because I do really like Allie. She's energetic, she's enthusiastic, she's a bit of a goofball. But Scarlett kind of kicked it up a notch with the brains, the intelligence, the unhinged Gatling gun, and there's something about that. I'm gonna lean. It's so hard because we're gonna have to do a third girl. We're gonna date a third one. So there's actually like 3 in the mix this time. So I don't know if I should be like picking one and then doubling or tripling down on it. I'm gonna choose Scarlett this time around. Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Scarlett more right now. I don't know, there's something about the crazy. There's something about the crazy in her that's just appealing right now. We'll see, I might swing back towards Allie. Or maybe Violet will also shake things up and change my mind. I mean, to be fair, Scarlett did, so. It's amazing how brilliant she is, and I can't ever quite place her. She's fascinating, that's true. I do like a smart lady, so she's got that going for her. Really? Well, can't say I'm surprised. Really? I'm a little surprised. I thought I was going into this trifecta pretty sure I was gonna go Allie train. Let's see where things go with her. You'll be hanging out with her again soon enough. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out of here. I doubt it. Night, Mo Man. Good night, Kit Kat. God, Kit Kat is such a good nickname. I know we haven't been actually saying that in-game, but that's such a good one. I'm stealing that. I feel bad for any Catherine who's like, oh, but you can call me Kat. The chance, the moment in real life I get that chance, it's over for her. She left my room, closing the door behind her, because it's time to turn in for the night. ... Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. That is, again, if we're having our dream, that's very Yui coded. It's just the two of us spending the evening together in the games room. Ayo. Wait, that's more Terra coded now. I'm reading a book and at the same time watching her rage against an opponent in a fighting game. I wasn't suspecting Tara to be in the cards. Ooh. It's fun to watch her savor each victory or explode with profanity when she loses. Life is good. I like how they're like, I'm reading a book while she's playing games, but like Mo would be just playing games too. Either a multiplayer game with her, single player game on my own. I'd be playing games probably along with her, let's be honest. It's times like these. It's times like these where you wish life could always be this simple. Devs, if the devs are watching, I found another typo. You need an S. There's a lot of writing in a visual novel. Sometimes in those moments, people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, for anything but the ordinary. See, this is why I thought it was Yui coded, because it's gonna be like, oh, but the simple life. But actually, that was absolutely Tara. But all I want is the ordinary with you. See, that's so... All right. F you! I love this woman so much. I bet all of the women in the dreams are literally all of the women. I bet it's like a 5-way, technically 6 if you include me, I guess. But the 5 women, it's some sort of 5-woman soulmate situation where the game is never gonna be clear. You know what I mean? But I can't choose Tara in this run at all. So they're giving me the clue that Tara is my soulmate, but she's not one I can pick at all in this run. So if it is Tara, definitively Tara, we're not gonna be able to do it. Anyone else wake up with the world's worst headache? Tell me about it. What did we even do yesterday? Honestly, I can't remember. Though I did have a dream that we were being chased by someone. Oh right, you were all zombies. For a moment there, I forgot to. I'm so wrapped up in my own like theorizing. Oh really? And who was that? I think it was Scarlet. What are the odds of that? I think I dreamed the same thing. As did I. She locked us up in the library, then shot us to pieces. Whoa, that's the same dream I had. What do you think made you all dream up that? Either way, it was just a dream. Yui used mean glare. It was super effective. Okay, Yui having a mean glare checks out, but making a Pokemon reference feels very Tara-coded. Come on now, there's no point getting upset at someone at what they did in a dream. You're right, Violet. And yet, I seem to remember you being there too, Mo Man. Oh man, how am I gonna talk my way out of this one? You know what? Tell them the truth. That's how I would talk my way out of it. Tell them the truth. They won't believe me. They wouldn't believe me. I wouldn't even be convincing. I would just say, so you all turned into zombies. Some way or another, Scarlet and I managed to convince everybody it was a crazy coincidence. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have just been like, so you all caught amnesia and thought you were zombies, and we had to administer the antidote. And they would have been like, no, you're full of crap. And I'd be like, you got me. At least I think we did. Violet was skeptical. Naturally, she had every right to be. Everything she dreamed really did happen. Let's hope this wasn't the kind of dream that comes back again. See, that I feel like it's happened before, weirdly. I find Kat in the same place that she found me yesterday. Morning, Mo Man. It's time to decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Because again, at this point, Tara and Yui don't know that they're not actually available. Only I know that I don't have a choice. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing from today's bet with 4. Yeah, cause Kat knows who it's gonna be. The poor guy, he doesn't know you've been rigging the show. What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Well, in this case, that's not true. Anyway, after you make your choice, it'll be just between the 3 soulmate candidates from here on out. Wait just a second, what does... I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, we'll make the rest of this show a tropical getaway for you. you'll still be able to see the other girls and live in the mansion, so really it's no big deal. Tara does a little fist bump. Ha! She doesn't really care. That's fine. She's playing her games. So without further ado, Mo-Man, who's the last unlucky girl? Literally don't have a choice here. It's gonna be Violet. I'd like to spend some time today with Violet. All right, we'll make it happen. Give us a minute to set up the scene, then go find her. Violet kind of looked perturbed or determined, or she had a bit of a look to her. I had just gone outside the mansion to find Violet when a white limousine drives up and stops in front of me. Is that necessary? Is Violet gonna step out of the limousine? Like, she was just here. When did she leave for a limousine? One stepped out from the driver's seat and walks towards me. Mo-Man, good day. Please do enter. What's with the formal talk and the limousine? Please just get in the car, Mo-Man. You already heard what she did to my bro. Well, this is one. You're the one with the meatballs, so I actually don't know if I heard what did she do to your bro? What are you talking about? He opens the passenger door and ushers me inside. I shrug and go inside. What's the worst that could happen on a death game dating show? We sit in silence as one drives me to what looks like some sort of fancy restaurant, then escorts me inside. That's actually true. There's some kind of barrier or some place that we're not allowed to go on the premises, which actually might be it. Maybe we can go anywhere on the island except wherever Allie was accidentally going to that one time. Maybe there's one building that's like off limits, like the secret sciencey lab building with all the blood and guts and stuff. Maybe that's off limits. The rest of the island is open to us. Either way, with one driving me, we're allowed to go wherever one takes us because he works here. Oh my, look at the aquariums. This would be a nice restaurant.
Bonjour, suitor. I trust my new butler brought you here safely.
Yeah, he did. What's going on, Violet? Bonjour, indeed.
Bonjour, mademoiselle, mon ami.
Is that how you say my love? Mon ami. I don't know French.
I thought I would give you a chance to have some alone time with the star of the show is all.
Oh, you think you're the star, Violet? Oh, allow me to humble you. This is all about me.
I am told this is what people do when they are courting.
You're told? Have you never done this before? Are you also new to the world of dating? Like, because Tara was. Honestly, they all might be. I don't know how young we all are. I don't know if we're like literally like 18, 19, 20, like young adult. That's the vibes I get. Like, we're all young people. Oh, to be young again. Have you never been on a date before?
Of course I have, and I've read all the manuals on the subject.
There's no manual to love, Violet. I mean, people do write manuals, but like I wouldn't read them if I were you. A lot of them are made by like, I don't know, scam artists. There's a lot of scam artist love manuals about how to pick up chicks or whatever.
I'll have you know I've studied every book of the lusty new Asian maid series and know them all by heart.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to do with that information, Violet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what tips and tricks you've picked up. Do tell me. Go on. What kind of things have you learned from the lusty new Asian maid, Violet?
Impressed, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm impressed. Impressed indeed, Violet.
Oh, it was nothing.
Pardon the interruption. I've brought your food. Please be seated, honored guests. I don't know if one is trying to be all prim and proper just because he actually kind of like really likes Violet, or if, again, he's feeling that threatened. I don't remember. I don't remember which brother he's talking about where Violet did something to somebody. I don't remember. I still don't have a clear vision of 1 through 5, what each one, who each one is yet. Violet and I sit at a table in the center of the palace as one places each dish onto the table one by one. Palace, you say? And is 1 through 5, brothers 5, literally the only staff? Are they doing all the cooking too? Because don't let A1 do the cooking. He seems to linger over the meatballs as he brings them over. Okay, maybe I thought one was the meatball man. Okay, that must have been a different number and I got confused. That's possible. I don't think I want to eat the meatballs either.
Thank you, one.
Whose meatballs are these, Violet?
Please don't hold yourself back.
I don't think I will. This food looks incredible and probably worth more than my life. Which has a certain weight to it as I say it now.
You're right on both counts, Mo Man.
Don't say that to me. You're supposed to tell me that my life is worth more than a pair of meatballs, dude.
I'm ecstatic you like the assortment. I planned it myself.
You're a chef?
You could say that.
Oh, actually, no, we've struck a bit of a sensitive spot here with her blush. She does take pride in cooking, I guess. She was commanding everyone around like she was like a head chef, but I don't know if she actually did the cooking for this. I kind of doubt it. What do you mean?
Anyway, tell me more about yourself, Mo Man.
There's not much to say. I have amnesia. There's not too much to say. Amnesia is one heck of a drug. That... Same wavelength, same brain cell here.
You do not remember your past?
I don't, so I'm happy to talk about you to your heart's content, because I don't have a lot to offer. Yeah, bummer, right?
Then rest assured, I will find the finest scientists in all the land to help you recover your memory when this is over.
Oh, thank you. I would take you up on that. You might talk to Scarlet. She might be onto something there. She's trying to do the same thing. So, yeah, thank you. That would be great. Thanks, Violet.
Think nothing of it. It's the duty of those with more to give back, no?
I mean, I like that mentality too. Those with affluence, you know, trying to like give back to people in some sort of way, like contribute to society because you found yourself in such a privileged position. That is to be commended, to be fair.
Though, have you ever thought perchance that this is actually a blessing in disguise?
I mean, it could be, because my amnesia is probably saving me from some horrible memories of like breaking my back like 10 million times. I don't know, but what do you mean by that? I have an idea, but what do you mean about that?
Many of us would be happier not knowing what drags us down.
That may be true, but still, I need to know. I don't know what it is. Going back to like Doki Doki, it's probably the food. There's something about a Natsuki vibe I get out of you. I don't know what it is. It's probably just the fact that you're like into food and she was into food for different reasons, but there's something about it. If you end up with a really dark possible family history, then I'm gonna get some serious Natsuki vibes. That's all I'm saying.
You sound just like the reference examples in the romance manuals. Consider me impressed.
You know, those manuals are just regular old fiction novels, right?
Ha! You're quite funny, Mo Man. An admirable trait to have. I like that.
I am a funny man. You might say that I'm a funny man on the internet. Anyway, you haven't told me about yourself, Violet. Who are you? What do you do for fun? I'd like to know. See, this feels like an actual real date. We're sitting down this is what I do on a first date. We go out to dinner, eat some food, chat, whatever, or coffee date or whatever. I've done that too. Coffee, food, whatever. Just something we can just kind of sit, enjoy a meal or something, and just chit chat. You know, that's great. You get to know a little bit about each other.
Being the scion of the Valentines does not leave much time for fun, I'm afraid. Even on this show, I spend most of my waking hours managing the Valentine's restaurant businesses.
Ah, there it is. The Valentines own many restaurants, I see.
But I suppose if I have a spell of time, I enjoy baking.
Yeah? I don't get it. Why are you embarrassed by liking baking? Everyone has a hobby.
Baking is something of a servant hobby, according to my parents.
I mean, when you have resources, you can do whatever you want. Who cares what your parents say? I mean, right?
When they found out I was enjoying that, well, they made sure to stop me from ever doing it again with all the restaurant work.
You can still bake in a restaurant. I mean, unless you mean that they have you doing like book work for the restaurants.
It's a bit ironic, isn't it?
You know what?
I do know of what, but what do you mean?
Who cares what your parents think? Here on this island, a million miles out, they can't stop you. It's not like they're watching. How about we find some time together to bake up for lost time? I'm sorry, I need to sit on that for a minute. Wow, the puns are strong with this one. But also, the making up for lost time was a huge thing when we were going with the Yui run. There was a lot of talk about making up for lost time. Now we're referencing it again, but of course with Violet here. I'm so confused now about what our past life was. Oh no. She laughs like a child.
That would be wonderful, Mo Man. I'll make some time on my calendar for you.
We spend the next few hours enjoying the finest meal that money could buy. Each course was better than the last, just like each chapter of the lusty new Asian maid, according to Violet. Something tells me that the same applies to every moment I'll share together with Violet. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Maybe I did have the wrong first impression of Violet. Violet's not so bad. After today's date, I go out for a short walk outside the mansion. Oh, hey, Mo Man. Hey, Kat, what's up? Let's not waste any time. I gotta get back to editing, and you know what I want to hear? I know Scarlet was your favorite till now, but maybe Violet has shaked things up a bit. Who's number one now? Oh, they won't even let me change my mind back to Allie? I mean, that's fair. There's nothing that really happened. We didn't go on a date with her, so there's nothing that really happened that necessarily changes our mind to go back to Allie. But it's interesting that they don't even give me that option. Should we? Excuse me. A little gassy. I've been talking a lot, so there's a lot of airflow, and I've been drinking my coffee a lot, so I'm all gassy. I gotta burp. Do you want to double down on the Scarlet and see if she gets super lovey-dovey like Yui did? Or should we kind of mixed bag it? Oh, I don't know, I like Violet the most now. And maybe that will change things? Who's number one now? The thing that I'm thinking, so I like Scarlet, personally, between the two. I like her enthusiasm. The thing with Violet that makes me want to go with Violet the most is the bake up for lost time. Am I reading too much into it to think that that's some sort of code or clue that I should probably follow up on? Let's go for it. Let's go with Violet on this one and see how changing our mind shakes up the balance. Because we're gonna go on another date with all three. So let's see what the shakeup looks like. Especially when we talk about the ratings situation. Last run, we just went Yui. I think we only got asked twice. We went Yui, and maybe that's what killed the ratings. It was obvious from the beginning who he'd picked. But this way, it shakes it up. Let's go the Violet train. I might be reading too much into this. You guys let me know in the comments if you think I'm reading too much into this. I don't know how complex this is. Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Violet more. That's literally what we said about Scarlet. I don't know as much as I'd like about Violet just yet, but I know more than anything that I just want to keep learning more about her. All of them, really. I can't wait to see her again. You really do change your mind like the wind, huh? No. You asked me once and I picked. You asked me a second time and I changed my mind one time. One time. Doesn't matter to me though. I'm your producer, not your life coach. Anyway, I've got good news that you might be interested in. What's that? My plan was a success. Having 3 soulmate candidates has worked magic for our ratings. Which, of course, means the show will go on. That's awesome. So I'm safe now? Just for now, though we're not out of the woods just yet. We need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for phase 2. Over the next 3 days, you'll go a second date with each of the girls you've already dated. Just imagine how much higher our ratings would be if our viewers got to see even more of their favorites falling in love. Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Sound good to you? Yep, sounds like a plan to me. Not that I have a choice. That sweet, sweet ad revenue, baby. Good, that's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning, I'll be asking you who you want to have your first, second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself for ratings. Okay, I'll give it some thought. I was gonna just go in the same order I did last time. I was gonna go Allie, then Scarlet, then Violet. I was just gonna do the same order. I don't know if she's saying that to keep us, booped your nose, to keep us from going Violet. If she's trying to say that, like, for ratings, you should keep mixing it up. It's kind of what I'm thinking she's trying to say. Will do, thanks, Kat. No biggie, I gotta get back to work, so I'll see you later. Night. I wave goodbye to her as she walks away from the mansion. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. ... Here's our dream sequence again. We borrowed a boat and went for a cruise around the island.
I love the way the wind feels.
Why's that?
Feels like freedom. I can't get enough of it.
No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from... She pulls me close and kisses me on the lips. For a moment, time stops, and we're the only 2 people that exist. Doing what I want. I smile. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here just for a kiss.
I guess you're right.
After all, it's hotter if people are watching. What? I don't know about that one. Or for me. For some, maybe. A little voyeuristic situation going on there. But, I'm trying to figure out who this might be. See, this feels cat-coded. Cat feels like she'd be the one that's into the cameras, lights, action, ad revenue, blah, blah, blah. Of the 5 girls, I don't know who would be the type of person to be like, oh, we're away from the cameras, now I can kiss you, blah, blah, blah. But it'd be hotter if people were watching. Of the 5, I don't know who would be like that. This feels cat-coded to me. We laugh together as we cruise along till the sun goes down. The world was ours. Or it could be Terra-coded. It could be Terra just because she's a streamer and people would be watching her. It could be, they could be doing Terra again here. But she's also one that doesn't have a lot of friends and has never dated before, so I don't know if she would feel that way or not about dating. This could still be Terra again. The sound of waves grows louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taken under? It could be, I don't know. And there we go, it's a new day, and I'm out of time. So as we go into a new day and a new set of dates, that's where I'm going to stop this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please leave me a like. And until next time, bye-bye. Thank you to the members that support this channel and to Archmage MagicManMo, who I heard once had their date unexpectedly serenaded by a waiter. They were halfway through their dinner date when a waiter strolled up and began serenading the date. Turns out he was meant to do that for another table, but it made for an interesting story.